Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a pro wrestling logic approach, and this is the 24th of July, 1994. Um, and ultimately, this is kind of right before SummerSlam. Uh, Curtis Halston is here against Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon, of course, a pretty major guy at the time, and your former Intercontinental Champion. Of course, he's going to get that belt back at SummerSlam '94, but Razor having lost to Diesel, they're doing a feud around the area. Razor's still doing the old gold deal here, and pretty basic run around there. And, I mean, you get a very basic approach there. Um, the young enhancement talent gets a couple of shots from Razor Ramon, gets where he can, what he can, tries to block him off, hits the choke slam, and then the back suplex off the second rope and the Razor's Edge. Razor pretty decisive in about a 3.5 minute match. They show the Heartbreak Hotel from the Superstars earlier in the weekend, where Tatanka's integrity is questioned about whether he's still on Lex Luger's side. Then we go back to the main matches here. Nikolai Volkov against Virgil. Virgil's still a babyface. Nikolai Volkov selling out to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, for lack of a better word, although selling out wouldn't be how he would term it. Virgil comes off the top rope, not exactly a barn burner of a match. Virgil never really a super talented individual in a lot of ways here, but manages to do what he can where he can. Volkov misses, gets tied up in the attempted clotheslines, and needless to say, Volkov kicking down on his man. Volkov uses the backbreaker and tries to get his man in a bear hug. Volkov eventually does get the win for what becomes the $1 Million Corporation. Highlights of Owen Hart running things through. Talk of house shows. Head Shrinkers will face off against Diesel and Shawn Michaels. Doink and Bam Bam Bigelow still going at it. Jeff Jarrett going to be at house shows and ultimately going to light things up. They are trying to get everything there. Thursday night, August 26th, Madison Square Garden. Friday night, Nassau Coliseum. Saturday night, the 27th, at the Meadowlands. Super Summer Sizzler Tour is where we're going here. And Doink versus JC Storm. Basic matches, as it were. Doink managing to, punch his man around a little bit. Belly to belly suplex, chops, and other basic maneuvers along the way. Doink not willing to take too many backward steps, hits the whoopee cushion. Dink starting to fade out a little bit here. The whoopee cushion, obviously, your sign for victory. Hype for the upcoming SummerSlam. Diesel says he's going to run over Razor Ramon. He's not ready to give up the Intercontinental title. And Shawn Michaels obviously giving an advantage to that run there. Bret Hart says he's going to finally, once and for all, get rid of his brother Owen. And a basic maneuver going forward there. Owen Hart against Matt Hardy. What a weird match that is. Matt Hardy, of course, still around all these years later. But Owen Hart out there with Jim the Emerald Neidhart, his brother-in-law. Matt Hardy, a teenager here, and gets beaten around. Belly-to-belly suplex, top rope dropkick, and the sharpshooter eventually for Owen Hart. Paul Bearer promises he's going to find his Undertaker, doesn't know where, but he knows he can get it done. And ultimately, there's a pretty big commitment to that. Steve Smith, not a regular enhancement talent guy, but a guy who is about to get squashed, literally, by Yokozuna. Yokozuna hits a couple of back kicks, hits a couple of chops to the throat, and the bonsai drop by Yoko. Yoko managing to hit the bonsai drop after a suplex, and Typhoon running in on Yokozuna. Also Mabel coming in on Yokozuna. So you got Typhoon and Mabel, two other big guys running Yokozuna out of town. More hype for the house shows as we go forward, and we are closing on that note. We'll be back with more right after this.